Disasters are a reality. They often strike without warning. Emergency responders can be seen on the streets almost immediately, putting out fires, rescuing victims, maintaining law and order, restoring services. But there are still more emergency responders working behind the scenes. In a disaster, their job is no less critical than that of the firefighter on the line. They are the men and women that run the Clark Regional Emergency Operations Center. These workers field urgent phone calls and emails from disaster response agencies and post information to whiteboards and websites. They collect and compile emergency information. They communicate with the media to get urgent information out to the public. They make sure field workers get the right equipment and supplies to do their job. They find more staffing when local responders are exhausted. They document disaster costs for future reimbursement. They track down relevant weather information and intelligence reports related to the disaster response. They keep the incident commander and other decision makers informed of the overall situation. They are at the hub of disaster coordination.
One of the things we try to do is create a big picture of what's happening with the disaster that's happening. So we collate weather information, situational information, and we populate display boards, some electronic communication systems that we have in order to make that information readily available to those people. We also provide resource support to them in that if they need stuff, if they need people or equipment, supplies and that kind of thing, our staff here in our Emergency Operations Center will coordinate providing those resources to them.
For most of the people who work within the Emergency Operations Center, or EOC, this is very different from their normal everyday jobs. Since most EOC staff are not accustomed to working in the disaster environment, they receive special training, working side by side with professional emergency management staff.
It really doesn't have to be part of your job. With me it was somewhat, but there are people who do a public information officer job and it really has nothing to do with what they're doing. And I think it's down to, again, FEMA training and having some confidence and wanting to help the community through times of trouble. And you feel like you're an active member and you're really doing something important, and I think anybody can do that.
As in most communities, emergency management staff alone cannot run this center. The Emergency Operations Center depends on specially trained citizens and workers from other areas of local government to supply the staff needed to carry out disaster coordination at this level. Volunteering to work in the EOC is truly a community service.
Working in the Emergency Operations Center is a really important aspect of disaster recovery, and it truly is a community service that people can feel proud of. They're right in the middle of helping others within our community to get over what could be a very difficult situation.
Emergency Operations Center staff also benefit from this disaster assignment. Service in the EOC is a valuable skill-building experience. Some people have found that their position in the EOC has helped bring out hidden talents, and they're ready to accept more responsibilities for disaster coordination.
Currently, I'm a call taker at the EOC, and even though my job is kind of small, I feel like it's something that I'm doing to help others, even like in a small way. I feel like that what I'm doing is kind of benefiting other people, and I hope to someday actually be a part of disaster preparedness in the current position. It's currently kind of fun to be a big part of a disaster or drill. There's a lot of times have drills, and I kind of feel like you build a lot of skills for something like that, and you get to work with other people, bigger agencies, and that sort of thing.
Not only is it a satisfying feeling to know that you are helping others in the community, but there's also a certain excitement that goes along with working in a disaster.
We have law enforcement, we have fire departments, EMS, the health department, public works, all working side by side, and it's always in an emergency setting when we gather together. That in itself carries a huge excitement.
Your dedication, your skills, and your enthusiasm are needed and valued in the Emergency Operations Center. Apply for a disaster response position in the EOC today and become part of the team. Know where you can make a difference in your community the next time disaster strikes. Find out more about the Emergency Operations Center at our website.